30th of Sun's Dusk. I spent the rest of the day at the inn, sitting in my rented room and pondering my situation. Sleep was out of the question. In fact, I was beginning to think I might never sleep again. But the bigger question on my mind was what to do with myself. After deciding to leave the Thieves Guild behind, and knowing that I was not popular at the moment with the Brotherhood, what should I do? Inspiration finally struck when I remembered the story of that golden claw in Riverwood. I had no more interest in collecting things for Delvin, but I sure wanted that claw for myself. It sounded like no other treasure I'd found in Skyrim so far, and I appreciated one-of-a-kind things. I felt a kinship towards them even, since I considered myself to fit in that category. I packed up and left Riften during the night, heading for the barrows near Riverwood. That was the supposed hideout of the bandits who'd stolen the claw. I was almost bursting with excitement and anticipation. A whole camp of bandits to slaughter, and new treasure to find. I was planning to savor every moment. Along the way, I came across a small town in ruins. Even in the dark, I could see the smoke plumes, and the light from glowing embers grew stronger as I approached. A loud roar echoed from all around and up into the sky as I neared the gates.
Mighty eight! What was that?
Something about the sound made me instantly wary, and I dismounted to explore.
I don't see anything. Oh, wow.
Most of the buildings in town had been burned. Stone walls and towers crumbled, charred bodies lying in the middle of the street. The pattern of destruction made little sense. If the town had simply caught fire, there would not be piles of ash laying amidst otherwise untouched areas. I explored inside the keep, but found no clues. Looking around outside, I found a journal that somehow managed to survive the catastrophe.
Is that... Wait, there is something... Oh, a journal. Maybe it will hold a clue to what happened here.
I carried the journal back into the warmth of the keep to have a look. It ended up being worth the extra effort of investigating, if only for a good laugh.
Blah blah, expedition, something about artifacts, crossing the border into Skyrim, Imperials. Oh, here. Seems they were captured. Idiot. Let's see. No time to explain. Scarcely believe it. If it hadn't been for the dragon. What? Big, black, as large as the towers. Oh, I still can't believe it. A dragon, straight out of the legends. Mara's milk. What a lunatic.
Whoever had written the journal claimed that a dragon had destroyed the town. A dragon! Gods, I laughed so hard I had to wipe tears from my eyes before they fell onto the parchment and irreparably smudged the writing. Oh, it might have been a ridiculous story, but oh, it sure felt good to laugh. Finding nothing more of value, I hopped back into the saddle and continued on my way.
Oh, a dragon. Oh, that is just priceless. Could you imagine dragons here in Skyrim?
When I got to Riverwood, it was morning and the townspeople were heading about their business. I decided to have a little fun with them, so I stopped to inform the blacksmith that a dragon had attacked Helgen. He ate it up like snowberry pie. I even convinced him that he had actually seen a dragon himself.
Look, man, I came to warn you. A dragon has destroyed Helgen.
What? A dragon?
Aye, your village may be
That
next.
explains what I saw earlier. Flying down the valley from the south. I was hoping I was wrong about what I thought it was.
Oh no, you are not wrong. The dragon came this way. It was huge and black as night. You must have seen it.
You're right. I saw it. Didn't want to believe my own eyes is off. A dragon. Here in Skyrim. What's this world coming to? First the war, now dragons. Trouble loves company, they say. The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless.
Aye, you are.
We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever soldiers
It was
he
so
can.
hard not to laugh
do that
as I
for me.
completed the farce by promising to tell the Jarl in Whiterun.
Oh, aye, I will ride for Whiterun immediately. In the meantime, you all need to prepare for the worst.
I could only imagine the panic that would ensue as the smith began to spread word around town. This was turning out to be the best day I'd had in a very long time. From there, it was a cold trek up to the ruins, a place called Bleak Falls Barrow.
Oh, stupid troll. Hey, nobody messes with my horse.
I cleared out an old stone tower on the way, but the claw was not there.
All right, this is the place.
Upon entering the barrow itself, I found several bandits in conversation.
What are those? The thieves.
That dark elf wants to go on ahead and let him. Better than us risking our necks.
What if Arvel doesn't come back? I want my share from that claw.
Just shut it. Keep an eye out for trouble.
It seemed that one of their band, a dark elf named Arvel, had taken off with the claw, and they were none too happy about it.
Now this is
Just get out of my way, girl.
It also sounded like the claw might be more than just a treasure in itself. Possibly some sort of means to obtain even greater treasure. I hurried on into the ruins, eager to track down this Arvel and take the claw for myself. Thanks to invisibility and muffle, it was easy to sneak my way down through the tomb without disturbing any of its undead inhabitants.
Keep it away from
I
me.
found Arvel. The sweat had been caught by a frostbite spider and was all wrapped up in its webs.
Oh, divine preserve us. What a sweat. You know, I should just let him scream for a while.
Don't let it get me! Help!
He deserves it for letting himself be caught up like that.
Get it away from me! Get it away!
Idiot.
Ellie! Don't leave me for Arcade's sake. Help me! Help!
He tried to trick me into freeing him before giving me the claw.
Well, 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 and what have we here, eh?
Over here!
Oh, did the little fly get stuck in the sticky web?
You did it. You killed it. Now cut me down before anything else shows up.
You are hardly in a position to make demands, little fly. Now tell me, where is the golden claw?
Yes, the claw. I know how it works. The claw, the markings, the door in the Hall of Stories. I know how they all fit together. Help me down and I'll show you. You won't believe the power the Nords have hidden there.
I think we'll do this my way. You give me the claw, and then I'll cut you down.
Does it look like I can move? You have to cut me down first.
All right, I'll cut you down.
But I just killed him on the spot. It was so much easier that way.
Well, you did ask for it. Now, let's see. Look at this claw. You know, those remind me of the symbols we saw in Snowvale at that, what did Mercer call it? A puzzle door? Oh, right, a Nordic puzzle door, that's it. And this is a key, isn't it? Oh,
After recovering the claw and Arvel's journal, I continued on through the barrow, deep into its depths, and finally came to a large open cavern. It was an impressive sight. Light filtered down from somewhere far above, illuminating a stone dais. On the far wall, some sort of monument was carved into the grey stone. On the dais there was a closed sarcophagus and an ornate chest, which I assumed had been the bandits' goal. Sure enough, the chest contained a number of items that looked like they would fetch a fair price.
Oh, yes, this is a very fine treasure indeed.
I turned next to the wall.
Now, what in oblivion is that?
The monument emanated pulsing sounds, and a central section etched with runes began to glow in a faint blue light. Faint at first, and then brighter and brighter. It became impossible to ignore. I walked towards the light, pulled almost against my own accord. I could feel power from the runes flowing towards me, and then through me, and I shivered in a cold sweat as I approached. With a final pulse of blinding brilliance, the light and the power burst from the wall and into my body. I was knocked to the ground, and I sat there stunned for some minutes. I was not sure what had happened, but it felt significant.
Shore's bones, what happened? Oh. Oh, I feel woozy.
When I was finally able to stand, I got to my feet and turned to leave. At that moment, the sarcophagus burst open, and a fearsome-looking Draugr crawled out. I was slow to react, still recovering from being knocked over, and the Draugr hit me with some sort of spell. I recalled hearing strange words like his before, What seemed like ages ago when Mercer and I chased Carlia through Snowvale Sanctum. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to ponder it. I pulled out my sword and battled the Draugr until he lay dead at my feet.
Oh,
He
what
had
is
been
this?
carrying a most interesting item. Some sort of flat stone tablet. One side was marked with star-shaped indentations and an odd-looking symbol. The other side was lined with runes, similar to those that were etched into the wall behind me. Looking back at the wall, I noticed that the figure drawn on the stone matched the larger version that topped the monument. I could not make out what it was, but the fact that both figure and runes were so closely matched on the wall and on the stone must mean something. I wanted to know. I needed to know. The depth of my determination defied simple curiosity, and I could not understand it myself. But I knew I had to find someone who could help me decipher the puzzle. Someone well versed in ancient Nordic lore. There was something here, something big, and I was resolved to figure it out.